What is good, folks? Welcome back. I'm gonna point out the elephant in the room. I'm gonna point it out real quick. Yeah, Raheem ain't here today. He not here. He not here today. He away today. Y'all got me today. I'm running the show. I'm running the show for these next couple of episodes. I'm running the show. We've explored his side of the multiverse. Now it's my turn. But before we do all that, be sure y'all know what y'all need to do. Check out affiliate links down below. Check them out. Check out Raheem's app. You know, all that good stuff. Go ahead and check all that stuff out. Now, let's cover today's topic. Today, like I said, we're exploring my side of the multiverse. We talked about the overspace, the underspace, the parallel, perpendicular, slightly too far to the left, slightly too far to the right, the under the fridge verse, all of that. We talked about the multiverse of madness. We talked about the infinite Spider-Verse. But now, I don't think we've talked enough about the anime verse, the vast multitudes of the anime verse. And today I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna start this off basic. I'm gonna talk about Dragon Ball's multiverse. Now I'm talking about the entire Dragon Ball multiverse. Let's do this. Now, Dragon Ball's universe was described by like the way that Akira Toriyama broke it down. It is essentially a circle. Like the Dragon Ball reality is essentially exists within this circle. Cut in half, you have two different things. You have two different sides. You have the living world, like, you know, the normal reality, like the mortal world, where all the mortal universes exist. And you have the other world, where the divine beings live. Then you have the intersecting points, the middle points, where the where you got. What is the middle point? What is the middle point? Okay, yeah, that's where hell is. Yeah, the middle point, like the middle connecting point, that's where hell is. And then on the outskirts, like outside of that circle, you have the realm of the gods, like the Kais, Grand Zeno, all of them. That's where they are at. And then below, like at the absolute bottom of the living world, you got the demon realm, like where all the demons come from. And inside, and focusing back inward, the living realm, where you have that, there are 12 universes that exist within this space. There used to be 18, but they got wiped out. 12 remaining universes, all of them within pairs, two of them being direct parallels to the other. And within those universes, there lies an infinite number of timelines that could exist, as we see within Universe 7, the main DBZ universe. Like there is a multiple number of timelines that exist because future Trunks and future Bulma created the time machine, thus creating the first big distortion within that universe. Them creating the time machine essentially was the thing that caused the ripple effect that created alternate timelines in the DBZ universe. As this idea gets stretched out a bit more, as you see in the fan comic Dragon Ball Multiverse, where you see just the infinite plausibilities that one universe could have because of its ridiculous number of timelines. And that is just ridiculous to me. Like that is just ridiculous to me. Like what keeps these universes in check, like in terms of time, like in terms of what keeps the time stream in check, is the Time Patrol and the Galactic Patrol. It's the Time Patroller's job to keep time distortions from getting too far out of control, like regulating that stuff when they happen. It is the Galactic Patrol's job to keep distortions from happening in the first place and make sure that the universe is kept the universe itself is kept in relative balance. Another way that the universes regulate themselves, like in the grand scheme of things, is the Kais and the Destroyers. Like much like the Eternals, the Kais are the divine beings that created life. Like they're the ones who create life, who create planets to be birthed. And the Destroyers, they're the other side of the Eternals. Like for creation to happen, destruction needs to pave the way. But so the destroyers are the ones who regulate, like they're the ones who keep populations in check by wiping out planet after planet after planet after planet after planet. While the Kais are the ones who keep the population up, who create life so that it could flourish again. One cannot exist without the other. So if all of the Kais are wiped out, the destroyer no longer exists. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't step in when Majin Buu was wiping out all the Supreme Kais in the 7th universe. Like that, like why didn't Whis and Beerus step in? And speaking of Whis, we can talk about the Angels. They're the ones who keep the destroyer. They're the ones who keep the destroyers in check. Like make sure they don't go on full-on rampages wiping out the universe. They're the ones who watch over the destroyers, make sure like they're essentially the guardians of the universes created by the Grand Priest, who is himself in service to Grand Zeno, who is the creator of everything. He is the child that looks over the toy box that he has created. Well, both of them now, since for some reason, since after the stuff with Zamasu and his Zero Mortals plan, now there are 2 Grand Zenos. So because of the alternate timeline that somehow because of Bulma and Trunks created a time machine, they created an alternate version of a cosmological concept. How is that possible? How can you like that is another thing that never made sense to me. Like because Zamasu's plan, like Zamasu as a whole does not make that much sense to me. Because like there are 2 alternate versions of a god. Like that means gods do follow the flow of time. They don't exist outside of the flow of time, because there was like we saw like 3 different versions of Zamasu in the Goku Black arc. The one that eventually became Goku Black, the Zamasu that went back from the future to team up with Goku Black, and the Zamasu that Beerus wiped out in their own universe. All 3 created by different timelines. So that means, and so because the Kais are the ones who keep the universes in check, like because they are the creator gods, that means there can be alternate universes, alternate versions of cosmological concepts. How is that possible? Like is the Supreme Kai of Time, who we see in Xenoverse, like the overlooker of time, like the guardian of time, is she the only one who exists in a singularity? Is she the only one of her, like is she the only one of her kind, since she is the progenitor of time itself? How that is weird to me. Like so because if she is the only one but Zeno isn't, because there are 2 of them now, how does that work? Like how does that work in the hierarchical sense? I never understood, like that was always kind of weird to me. That was always kind of weird to me. Okay. I think that's all I can think of. I think that's a pretty good overview of the Dragon Ball universe as a whole thus far. I can get into more specifics later on at a later solo episode, but for now I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'm just going to leave it at the general overview of how the universe is divided, how does the universe function in the general sense, and the timelines within the universe that makes it an absolute cluster of different, like a whole bunch of different, like domino effects that lead to just a whole bunch of madness, which is why I'm trying to wipe out the cosmological concepts, because clearly they're not all powerful if they themselves are a slave to the flow of time. No, that's for another day. That's for another day. All right. I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch y'all later. We appreciate you watching this video. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit the comments down below. Just tell us how your day is going. Hit the comments down below. Hit the affiliate links down below. Go check out Raheem's app. Go hit the like button. Hit that like button down below. And you know what? He ain't here. Go check out my TikToks. I'ma shamelessly plug this. I don't care. I'ma shamelessly plug this. He gave me control today. Go check out my TikToks. I'll probably link it I'll probably like comment it in the box. Like, yeah, I'll comment it down below. Go ahead and check that stuff. Go ahead and check that stuff out. And you know what? I'm gonna say. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. put some pressure on that notification bell. And be sure to subscribe to the What If series for more videos. I hope you enjoyed the show.